Hey, how are you? I'm Mark Palchik, and I'm from Washington, D.C. Yeah, and I gotta tell you, I love New Orleans. Except, it's getting too damn expensive, right? Yeah, I mean, you have no idea what it costs these days to buy a politician. Well, I grew up in Akron, Ohio, and unlike New Orleans, the only thing we had to do for entertainment was to go to evangelical churches to be saved. And I went. Oh, yes, I did. I got to see the Reverend Rex Humbard preach at the Cathedral of Tomorrow. Whoa, he was amazing. He was so charismatic. You know, he was so powerful. He had the power to take away all of my sins. He had the power to take away all of my ills. He had the power to take all major credit cards. But not American Express. And nobody takes American Express. And Discovery Card. And boy howdy, I wanted that power. Oh yes, I did. So I went to my career counselor and I said, Rabbi, he gets it, I want to be an evangelical preacher. And that's when I found out they don't let Jews do that. Oh my, I'll tell you, in my high school, the chief bully was a guy by the name of Bob Harvey. Bob was a brute. 6'5", 280 pounds. He was not the brightest 19-year-old in 9th grade. Well, that's really not fair. I mean, he was the only 19-year-old in 9th grade. I, on the other hand, was 15. I was this tall. I weighed 90 pounds. Which means in a strong wind, I became the kite. But I had a mouth on me, and when Bob cut in front of me in the lunch line, I advised him, I said, "Excuse me, good sir, but I do believe your violation of the social construct is violating and tearing the real social fabric." Oh, I didn't say that. No, wait. I said, "Hey, moron, get your hairy ass back to the back of the line." Well, he was really hairy. I mean, if he had a t-shirt on and a neck brace, you could still see his chest hairs. Ugh. Gross. But he went. He did. Although he did say, "I'll see you after school." Was I worried? Because I knew that every day of high school I had chess practice. Every single day. Except that day. Yeah, chess coach, when we had a chess coach, announced that he had a family emergency, so he's canceling practice. Now I was the one that had a family emergency. And sure enough, as I walked out of the school, there was Bob. He was not happy. I was dead meat. So I did the smart thing, right? I ran. I ran right up to him, hit him as hard as I possibly could, which wasn't very hard. But he stepped back, and he goes, "Oh, no, I can't fight here. I'll get in trouble if I fight on school grounds." And I said, "Victory, I won! Go home and cry to your mother." And I walked away. And I felt a tap on my shoulder, and I looked over. He hit me so hard he broke my nose and both of my cheeks. So, when I got out of the hospital, we got to go to court together, and the judge knew Bob very well. And he said, "Bob, you want to tell me what happened?" He said, "Mr. Palchik and I had words. He threw the first punch, I threw the last." The judge looks at me and says, "Mr. Palchik, is that true?" I stood up with my fully bandaged face. I said, "Your Honor, look at me. I'm 90 pounds soaking wet. Do I look like an idiot?" The judge goes, "No, Mr. Palchik, you do not." And so he confiscated Bob's motorcycle and ordered it sold to pay for my hospital bills. Whoa, did I feel great. I got him good. I'm going to become a lawyer. And as I was walking out of the courthouse, someone tapped me on my shoulder. So when I got out of the hospital, thank you all very much. It's been wonderful being in New Orleans. Thank you for your attention. I am Mark Carrollton.